guys, it is Tanya, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another speed build. Today we are building a family home because honestly it's been a while. I've done a bunch of other builds, more creative things, or like tiny houses a lot lately, and I just really wanted to build a family home, so that's what we're doing here today. This is a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom house, coming in at a whopping 108,000 simoleons. But, you know, I had a little bit of fun with it. I think it's pretty cute and decorated in a way that I quite enjoy. And I actually decorated the interior with a lot of darker wood colors, which is something I feel like I don't do that often. So that was definitely a nice change, but we're almost to the outside shape here. I messed around with it quite a bit. I really wanted to have 2-level columns going up in the front, but have a balcony on the upper level. That was the whole idea anyway. And then having either a stone or a brick or something like that on the base of the house, and then a siding on the top. But before we get any further, if you guys would like to download this build, it will be available on the Sims 4 gallery. I will have all of that information down below, specifically a direct download link to the gallery and my origin ID as well, so you guys can find it whichever way it works best for you. But we're just placing some stairs. At first I go for these stone stairs from Seasons, but I do change them out a little bit later for some wooden stairs that I think are from base game. But I'm also switching the color of the siding. I start with like a really light beige and gradually go for a darker brown, and I think I'm happy with that decision. Although I really liked how light and airy the outside felt, I then was really enjoying doing a darker interior, and I like how the darker wood tones worked as well. But I think either of them could work, and if you preferred it one way or another, it's easier to just change the wall color if you grab this build. But over here, I decided to try and make this a little bit more of a raised driveway area so that it made a little bit more sense. So those windows over at the end of the driveway end up going away, and I have the mailbox, or not the mailbox, that is a basketball hoop. I don't know why I said the mailbox, but I put that over there, so it ends up being above a garage instead of above a couple of windows, and of course some decorative cars and tons of landscaping. And I mean a ton of landscaping. I kind of go back and forth a bit between working on the landscaping and working on the exterior of the house aside from landscaping, but there ends up being a lot of trees and a lot of greenery and plants just kind of lining the driveway. And all around here, working with terrain is always a little bit tricky because you end up having to stack plants so they don't look like they're floating. So naturally, I had to put a lot. You can also see I'm messing around with the colors here because I was thinking about making the house blue and then I didn't like it. I really liked that deep brown color that I was using here. I thought it was really, really pretty. And so I ended up keeping that in the end, but you can kind of see my hesitation here, trying out some other colors. And then, of course, back to the landscaping. I once again used these debug lavender plants in the yellow swatch because I think they're so pretty. I think in the purple swatch, they're supposed to be lavender. That's what it looks like to me anyway. But I think it looks so pretty in the other swatches they come in. The regular item of it doesn't have swatches, it only comes in purple, but there's other color variants if you're getting the plant from Show Live Edit Objects. Just adding another bump out on the upper level to make the outside look less flat on that side, but also to add some more space to the interior because I did want to make sure that this home could fit like at least 3 bedrooms, and that's what we ended up having, including, I believe, one of the 3 bathrooms is an ensuite for the master. So there's definitely a lot of space in this house. There I am placing the mailbox, not the basketball hoop this time, down by the tree at the end of the driveway, and then starting to line this driveway area so it doesn't just fall off. I figured adding some rocks and some trees and plants would probably make it look a little bit more natural and built into its surroundings. Obviously that bush was not going to work because it was floating horribly, but I did add a bunch of low-lying bushes and some more of those yellow plants. And then we end up adding another tree out front here. I really wanted this to feel built into its surroundings, not just a house stuck here with like one tree out front. I wanted it to feel like it belongs here, and I think I achieved that because this area of Brindleton Bay does have a lot of trees, so I think it worked pretty well in this area. And I'm building this on the sporting space lot, which I think this lot's normally empty. It's like a park lot in Brindleton Bay, I think. And I quite enjoy using it for houses because it's not too big. Hopping around to the back of the house now, just getting some windows and doors down, and then we'll be working on the landscaping back here as well. But I did use 2 of the Moschino windows down here we should be grabbing shortly to frame this corner, and I think it's just such a fun little feature of the house. I feel like it's pretty realistic in real life to see houses that have a particular look on the front, but they might have some larger, more modern windows or something like that that doesn't quite fit the style on the back, so that they get a really beautiful view out to scenery. So that was kind of the thought process behind those, and that ends up being where the dining table goes. So I just really liked that I did that. I thought it was kind of cute, and I don't think it looks too out of place in the back, but it definitely, I quite enjoy how it looks from the inside. You also saw the colors of the windows changed quite a few times because I was going back and forth between having the white windows or the white windows that had like the dark brown border inside of them. And I ended up sticking with the plain white windows in the end because I thought the other ones just were a little bit of unnecessary contrast because we already had that same dark wood color on the outside. I felt like the white windows were enough contrast. Adding that in, it just seemed like a little much, but let me know what you guys thought about it. They were kind of cool. I almost kept them, but I didn't in the end. But this is the floor plan for the upstairs. There is the master bedroom that has the bed in it now, with their ensuite, and then there's going to be a regular bathroom up there as well as 2 other bedrooms. Moving downstairs into the kitchen space, I really wanted it to be in this long narrow area because I thought having the dining table by those 2 large Moschino windows would be just such a beautiful placement for that. So that's what we ended up doing, and I started with using some base game counters, but I switched them out for these ones that I think are from Cool Kitchen Stuff, and they're in this deep wood color that I think works really well with the color we have on the outside of the house. And I was just really enjoying this whole color scheme, the vibe this is going for. I feel like I don't use this dark of woods that often, and I know there are darker ones in the game which are also really pretty. I tried so many different wood tones when working on the inside of this house. I just cut out a lot of that footage, but I decided coming off of the kitchen here to have a little bit of a desk space to work at. It's just a laptop because it's just like a ledge over here that I had, and that's pretty much that. Right next to it, I ended up putting some more storage, and then I did use one of these end tables from Eco Lifestyle as sort of an island, and just getting some more clutter. I also really enjoyed that I added that wall decoration of the leaf on the side of the corkboard to kind of look like it's a frame for the corkboard. I was really excited about it because it was just one of those things that it happened. I was experimenting with items and I just thought it looked really nice together. But over here is going to be where the dining table goes. I think we used this one, which is, I believe, from Laundry Day stuff. There are a couple of round tables in the game now that are 6-seaters, but I think this one's from Laundry Day. The one I had put down originally was from Jungle Adventure. And I also used this light over it. Is this a base game light? I think it is. It's not one I use very often, but it just felt like it worked really well with the color scheme I was going for. And there is that extra storage over on the side. And then I painted these walls in this beautiful blue swatch. This is another wallpaper that came with Eco Lifestyle. I think it just added a little bit more personality. I was trying to make the blue curtains work, but I thought it worked better to have the wall blue and then have more white curtains. Also adding a plant on the counter. I did insert like a outdoor light through it because it was dark because I made it smaller and raised it up when it's a floor plant. And then over here we have a little bit of a laundry closet and like storage space. I end up putting like the trash can, the laundry basket, the broom, all that kind of stuff in this little closet space. It keeps it out of the way and it filled up the space nicely. And I think it's a realistic touch. I know a lot of people have their laundry in like a closet or in a laundry room. Some people have it in the kitchen. Personally, when I used to have a washer and dryer when I lived in a house with my family, it was always in the basement. But now I live in an apartment and I don't have one. So anyway, this is the living space. I really like how this TV unit came out, and I'm using these couches from Nifty Knitting. Both of these tables, which I stacked, are from Eco Lifestyle. And just adding some kids clutter over here. We have a toy box and then like the little penguin and bear from Nifty Knitting, and then getting some books up here as well. Trying to make it look like these shelving units are being utilized and have lots of clutter on them, but I didn't want this house to have like messy clutter. I wanted everything to like be in its place because I didn't imagine that it had really young kids in it. We have a teen and a kid that I imagine lived here. So I tried to decorate for that idea of a family, but you could of course change it up for whatever family you do end up having living here if you do download this house. So the room we just finished working on with the TV in it is more of the casual family room. And in this house, I actually added a formal living room as well, which is not something I typically add because, I don't know, I feel like a lot of houses have these, but you don't really use them, so I don't tend to add them. But I had this extra space, and I thought it would be kind of fun to have more of a formal space with the fireplace and a piano. So that's what that is used for. But you could definitely renovate that, turn it into an office, turn it into bedrooms, more bathrooms, whatever you would like. But this is the downstairs bathroom and the only one that I show in this video. The other two are upstairs. One's a hall bath and one's an ensuite, but they use the same color schemes, so I didn't go ahead and show them. They're basically the same thing, just in different shapes and sizes. But we are in the master bedroom now. I kept with this like dark, warm swatch that we were using. I thought it was really pretty. And then this bookcase over the top of the bed, which is from Eco Lifestyle, adding some more of those stone textures in here, some rugs and some plants, and I just think it came out nicely. It's really cozy and simple, and that's definitely what I was going for. So this is the teenager's room, which really has a greenish mint vibe to it. I do change the bed to a beige a little bit later, but there's still a pretty strong like minty green color scheme in here, which I was definitely enjoying. It's not one I use too often. And then I used this desk from Parenthood to make a makeshift vanity. I really like doing that, and I didn't realize we had this swatch with the flower painted on it, and I just thought it was really pretty. So I went ahead and used that one, but this is the swatch we're going to end up using on this bed. It's a bit of a darker brown, and I also put this little sectional sofa piece from my first pet stuff over here, and I cover up the pillows that look like a dog because I think they're kind of odd. But I really liked the color of the rest of that couch. But just adding some makeup over here. And then I think we're going to be heading on into our final bedroom, which I imagine was a child's bedroom. It has a pretty strong blue color scheme, and I'm using mostly stuff from university. But I realized this swatch on this bed I don't think I've ever used, so I really wanted to give it a go. So I combined a few items over here to make a desk space. I also have a couple of posters on the wall and this really cute poof, which I think this one is from Tiny Living, as well as a bookcase, a rug, and a scouting board. Like I said, I wanted to keep these rooms relatively tidy, and then we're just outside adding a little bit of a hangout space out back so you could barbecue and enjoy some food with the family. But we're coming to the end of the video. I hope you guys did enjoy this. If you did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and if you click that bell, it'll turn on notifications so you'll be notified of every single time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all soon. Bye everybody.